everybody, and welcome to OLIS ASMR World. Hope we're all good today. So it is Monday, the day after the Carabao Cup final and United taking on Liverpool. I am a day on from my cold. Felt terribly sick, not too bad today. Thankfully, my daughter's great now though. She's like, stay away, stay away. Not too bad myself, as I say. So today's video won't be too long. Basically, I want to take a look at the weekend's results. We was going to go through the Championship division, as we've done with the French League, the Premier League, the Scottish League, the Spanish League, the Italian League. Today would have been the Championship, but I haven't really got it ready, so we'll do that next week. Today, so I've looked at the weekend's results because there's some big games, weren't they? And I want to ask the question: who was the biggest winner of the weekend out of the top 6 teams in the Premier League? And you might be surprised by my answer regarding that, but we'll get into that in a moment too. If you've not checked out yesterday's videos, please do. We have True Crime Sunday rather than Saturday because I was like getting it up because I was ill on Saturday, and in that we covered the Zodiac Killer. By the way, okay, I've not got a runny nose. I have put bloody Vicks underneath my nose. It looks like my nose is running. Oh, bloody hell. I put Vicks under there to help me breathe whilst doing this video. So, yeah, if you haven't checked out yesterday's video, please do. That was True Crime Sunday, and we covered the Zodiac Killer. You may have heard of the movie Zodiac starring Jake Gyllenhaal. That was based on this true story. It's a very good video I did yesterday. Also, join our WWE universe, that's WWE 2K19, where you pick your superstar, anyone from Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Finn Balor. Well, Finn Balor's already taken. Sanity, Usos, whoever, pick your superstar and follow each week as we discuss wrestling here on the channel. What's on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, any breaking news through the week, and you follow your superstar in game and see if they can become a champion. And I'm hoping to get that will be spread between this channel and the How Do podcast, which, if you haven't already subscribed to, what are you waiting for? Sorry guys, what the hell? I've put way too much Vicks underneath my nose. And that idea was brought to me by Sam Nicholas, who's a really cool guy from Dorset. I only found that out yesterday when he told me that's where he's from. He's a cool lad. So check that out on yesterday's video. I will be uploading episode 1 today on the How Do podcast. We're going to spread it multi-brand like Raw and SmackDown. This will be SmackDown because it's the A brand. The How Do podcast will be Raw because it's the B brand, so to speak. If you're a wrestling fan, you know what I'm on about. This Wednesday, Conspiracy Wednesday, I'm going to be covering unexplained celebrity deaths. Don't miss it. Also, by the way, hit the thumbs up. Help a brother out here. Help a brother out. Right, let's get into this video. So the weekend's football. Liverpool 0-0 with Man United. Now listen to this, okay? goals and chased down all over the shop, both missing, with Bruno Scott McTominay for Herrera. Then one Mata goes down, who's replaced Lingard to start with. So we've got Lingard on the bench, Mata injured, Rashford injured, Herrera injured. Oh my giddy god, this cannot be happening. It can't be happening. So we ended up with Lingard on for Mata. We ended up with McTominay on for Herrera, who started midfield. Sorry, I'm getting this right now. No, that's a lie. I lied. Oh no. Scott McTominay started the game in place of Matic. Andreas Pereira came on, and before this season he was going near the team. He's done like loads of loan deals. I'm glad we kept him. Pereira brought on instead of Fred, which shocked me. I'm sure Fred was on the bench. So Pereira came on for Herrera. Matic didn't play obviously, and he was replaced in the lineup by McTominay. So our midfield now read Pogba, McTominay, and Pereira against Wijnaldum. Who else was in the Liverpool team? Oh bloody hell! I can't. Milner was at right back, wasn't he? Liverpool. Oh, bear with me, guys. Line up. Man United. Just let me get this straight before I go and make a fool of myself. Where is it? Confirmed the lineup. Here we go. Oh, this was bloody ages ago. I don't think this was yesterday. Flipping heck. Yep, this was back in July last year. Right, let's just get to. Right, so who did they have? They had Wijnaldum, Fabinho. He played in midfield because Matic played in defence. So that was two of them. Yeah, Fabinho, Wijnaldum. Henderson was on the bench. Did Keita play? I don't even remember. I don't think Keita played. But either way, I thought it was going to be overrunning midfield. And to be fair, we didn't control midfield. They controlled the midfield, which isn't a surprise really. And then going forward, right, we'll actually get somewhere now. I think we might have the team. So United's team to line up. We had. Let's go through the teams. Be a lot easier than trying to guess. Why have I got the slowest laptop in the world? Oh, goody god. Sorry guys. I literally need to decide and just play it like a prat. Here we go. So, De Gea in goal, obviously. Ashley Young at right back. Smalling, Lindelof in central defence. Luke Shaw left back. Herrera started, went off for Pereira. And now we have lost the connection. Of course we have. Come on. Bloody hell. Right, we're finally ready, guys. So De Gea, Young, Smalling, Lindelof, Shaw, Herrera, who went off for Pereira. McTominay in for Matic and Pogba. Mata, Lukaku and Rashford are front three. Liverpool had Alisson in goal, Milner right back, Matip and Van Dijk at centre back, Robertson at left back. Henderson did play a foot and started on the bench. Fabinho and Wijnaldum, Salah, Firmino and Mane. So United were dropping like flies. Their players were. Lingard came on in the first half and went off in the first half. He couldn't make it up. He came on for Mata, and he was substituted on 43 minutes for Alexis Sanchez. You could not make this up. We made all three changes in the first half. So far, I'd say Solskjaer's had 4 big games for United, like big matches. Tottenham away, Chelsea away in the cup, Arsenal away, I guess you could say, in the cup. So that's 3 big matches, and 2 more. Liverpool at home, PSG out. He's lost 1 to PSG, and in that game he lost with 2 substitutions, Martial and Lingard in the first half. We then had we beat Chelsea away, same time, United had the best chances. They had a goal disallowed because Smalling, like his foot was about a centimetre offside. Fair enough, it was. They had, what else did they have? Oh, they also had a chance later on with Smalling in extra time. So it was just very unlucky for United because for the injuries they had, 3 injuries in the first half of the game, 3 substitutions they made. You couldn't make that up. So the fact that Liverpool, they lost Firmino, to be fair to them, but that's all. They only lost Firmino. Other than that, they was pretty much at full strength. They went with Milner rather than Alexander-Arnold because it was to rest him for the upcoming games in the league and Champions League. And the game was there for Liverpool to take, and they didn't do it. And if I was a Liverpool fan, I'd be so frustrated. The fact that, in my opinion, they failed. People are saying it's a good point away from home for Liverpool. It's not. When United don't have Matic, Herrera, Martial, Lingard, Mata, lost 5 players, or 5 players who weren't playing for the full length of the game or even at all. That's not a good result for Liverpool. Plus you had Rashford playing pretty much knackered. He was injured from early on in the game. The first few minutes he was injured, and he carried on to the end because we'd already made all 3 substitutions. Solskjaer has really sorted out our defence. Lindelof looks like a different player. He was looking better under Jose this season, but under Solskjaer even better. And Smalling, Luke Shaw looks great. Ashley Young, he's plodding along alright. Pogba put in a hell of a performance and a hell of a shift. And at the end, obviously, I was happy. I was very, very happy that United got a draw because of how many players were missing for us. And a draw was a very good result for United. Not so good for Liverpool. We also had Tottenham over the weekend. They lost to Burnley 2-1 away. Tottenham obviously had a chance to catch up with Liverpool and City. I think they're doing 2 points behind if Tottenham had won and Liverpool had. Let's get this straight because I don't want to make a fool of myself. Let's have a look at the table. So the Premier League table right now. Liverpool on 66, City on 65. If Tottenham had won, they'd be on 63. And if Liverpool had lost, Tottenham would be 2 points behind City and Liverpool at level on games. But Tottenham, as usual, threw it away big time. And they're now 6 points behind Liverpool, 5 behind City. Tottenham are out of the title race. If there was ever actually really in it, I don't think there was. Arsenal won. Oh, Harry Kane scored on his return game, which was no surprise, really, was it? But Burnley with a very good win at home, and that does not surprise me that they won that game. Arsenal beat Southampton 2-0. Lacazette and Mkhitaryan with the goals for Arsenal. And they move up into 4th place ahead of United. Let's get back to the table, quick time. Arsenal are in 4th place on 53, United in 5th on 52, Tottenham on 16th, 3rd, City 2nd on 65, Liverpool 66 in 1st place. The problem, well, there's a big game coming up in the next couple of weeks. United away at Arsenal. That'll be huge to determine whether or not United can get to the top 4 because Arsenal could keep plodding along here. Chelsea, Man City in the Carabao Cup final, a 0-0 draw during normal time. But all the drama was saved for the end of the game. Extra time, still 0-0. Go to penalties. There's talk, oh well, Kepa didn't play midweek against Bate because he had a hamstring injury or something like that. Played in this game. Looked like he was holding his groin or his hamstring, whichever it was. They was talking about swapping him for Caballero. Sarri wanted to do it. Kepa said, no, I am not coming off. Like, what the hell are you doing? Your manager wants to take you off. You can't say no to your manager, but he did. And it caused a bit of confusion. And Chelsea went on to lose 4-3. Now, I'm not trying to cause any bother here by saying this, but maybe if they had swapped Kepa for Caballero, they may have won that penalty shootout because Caballero was in goal for City a few years ago in the Carabao Cup final, and he saved 3 penalties in that game. He's a very good penalty stopper. I mean, just look at the height of the bloke. But he's also had to come in right at the last minute to save penalties. Louis van Gaal did a couple of years ago with Holland, I'm sure it was, during the Euros, I want to say, and he swapped his keeper during the I think Sillerson came off. He was their first choice keeper. They swapped him for somebody else to save the penalties in a penalty shootout. So it has been done before, but afterwards, Sarri and Kepa. Well, Sarri tries to play it down, saying, "Look, it was a misunderstanding." Kepa said, "I meant no disrespect, but in my opinion, you cannot be doing that." And I think Sarri is on his way out soon. But a great result in terms of how they went when they played City just a couple of weeks ago, lost 6-0 away to get 0-0 draw, not too bad. Now, Woodman City have rather have lost this game and stayed injury free, or won this game and lost the 2 players they've lost. Emerick Laporte hasn't missed a Premier League game for them this season. He's played in all 27 games for Man City. He's now injured. He's out for a few weeks. Fernandinho, their most influential midfielder, more influential than De Bruyne, David Silva, Bernardo Silva. He is their best player in that midfield, Fernandinho. He is out for a few weeks. So although Liverpool might be a point clear, I still would have backed to see before them injuries to win the league. Now I'm not so sure. Losing Fernandinho, I'd be like Liverpool losing Van Dijk. Losing Laporte, I know he's a defender, so is Van Dijk, but Fernandinho is important to see as Van Dijk is to Liverpool. And losing Laporte would be like losing Salah for Liverpool. So Liverpool have lost Firmino. He did leave Old Trafford on crutches, not looking good for him. But the main thing is that they are a point clear, and City have 2 serious injury problems. We'll keep out for a few weeks at least. But who was the biggest winner of the top 6 in my opinion? Well, Tottenham lost, so not them. United could only draw. They've dropped to 5th. And look at the injury problems we have now. Lingard back out probably for a while. Matic out for a few weeks. Herrera could be out for a few weeks. I don't know how serious that one is with Herrera. Mata is now out. Rashford could be out with the game on Wednesday against Palace away. I'd say City picked up 2 injuries. Liverpool lost Firmino. Now I'm not saying this team, who I think was the biggest winner of the weekend, is going to win the league or anything like that. But in terms of positional ending, guys, in terms of finishing at the end of the season, where I expect teams to finish, I think Arsenal had the best weekend, getting a victory, a clean sheet against Southampton, who've been doing alright now. Ralph Hasenhuttl, whatever the hell his name is, Hasenhuttl, whatever. I think Arsenal did the best. Tottenham lost. United could only draw. Liverpool drew. Returned to the top of the league, fair enough. Where Arsenal would love to be, but they're not. Well. Arsenal are desperate for Champions League football. United are desperate for Champions League football. It's between them two to get that 4th place. And United have lost so many players over the last couple of weeks that it's going to be really, really difficult. I think Arsenal have a run. I think that's right in the Europa League. United have PSG. The only thing that will help United, and it sounds ridiculous, but to get into the Champions League, I think we need to go out of the Champions League, drop out against PSG in the second leg, because I can't see us putting up again a victory over in France. It'd have to be a 3-0 win to go through automatically, or a 3-1 victory. But I can't see it happening. And I think United will go out in France, and that'll probably benefit them, because Arsenal will get past Rennes, and they'll have another few matches between them and the final, which can hopefully help United. But United are still in the FA Cup away at Wolves, and Arsenal I don't think are in the FA Cup, are they? I could be wrong on that one. Did United knock them out of the FA Cup? I think so. What else happened in the Premier League? So there you go. Arsenal were the biggest winners of the top 6. Bournemouth won, Wolves won. Jimenez with an equalising penalty after Josh King scored a penalty early on for Bournemouth and missed a second. A good result for Wolves away at Bournemouth, a very established Premier League team. To go there and be disappointed that they only got a draw, that's a good result for Wolves. Newcastle 2, Huddersfield 0. Good win for Newcastle. Almiron looks very good. Huddersfield, they're going down. the Championship it can be different and he might have a chance. I don't think they've seen anything from this bloke whatsoever. Leicester 1, Palace 4. I was watching this game and I watched the first half, it was 1-0 to Palace. And before I knew it, was it 1-0 to Palace or 1-0 to Leicester? Yeah, Palace 1-0 up. Before I knew it, they finished 4-1. And Claude Puel was sacked. I thought he'd leave at the end of the season. I didn't think they'd do it with the bother they had with their owner passing away in that aeroplane crash, or helicopter crash. I thought at the end of the season they'd do it, but they've got him out the door now. I think they'll go with an old player for the time being, like United with Solskjaer, maybe a Neil Lennon, possibly just for a few games, 12 games they have left. And then at the end of that, I think they'll go and get Brendan Rodgers. That's what I can see happening. But Benitez also mentioned, as is Michael Appleton. Don't see that. David Wagner, really? Why the hell would Leicester want David Wagner? Look what he's done with Huddersfield this season. Oh my god. So when I saw his name, I was like, what the hell? But now I can see maybe bringing in an ex-player or somebody from the club just to see him out to the end of the season, because you're not going to get who you want now. You're not going to get a Brendan Rodgers. You're not going to get a bloody hell, Rafa Benitez, who's also been mentioned. Not this late in the season, no chance. So I think at the end of the season we'll see a big appointment like that for Leicester. In the Championship we had Birmingham 2, Blackburn 2. Good result for Birmingham, I guess. Or good result for Blackburn, depends how you look at it. Brentford 5, Hull 1. So Brentford were struggling after Dean Smith left, but now they're absolutely flying. Leeds 2, Bolton 1. Great result for Leeds. Middlesbrough 2, QPR 0. Good result for Borough. Millwall 1, Preston 3. Great result for Preston. Norwich 3, Bristol City 2. Bristol have been on like 11 game unbeaten run in the Championship, so that was a disappointment for them. Reading 1, Rotherham 1. Wednesday 3, Swansea 1. Stoke 1, Villa 1. Dean Smith not really good at going to Villa so far. Wigan 1, Ipswich 1. And West Brom 0, Sheffield United 1. Let's have a quick look at the table in the Championship, guys. So we have Norwich in first place on 66. Sheffield United second on 64. Leeds a game behind game in hand on 64. West Brom down in fourth on 60. Middlesbrough 57 points in fifth place. I don't see how Middlesbrough can win that league now. Not when they're in fifth. I think it's between the top four. I think it's between Norwich, Sheffield United, Leeds and West Brom. We then have Bristol City making up the top 6 on 53 points. Derby on 51 in 7th. Birmingham in 8th place. Birmingham have come out of nowhere. But great to see them in the playoffs. Forest in 9th. Preston in 10th. Villa 11th. Swansea 12th. Hull 13th. Blackburn 14th. Wednesday 15th. Brentford 16th. Stoke 17th. QPR 18th. Wigan 19, Millwall 20, and then the bottom 4 is Reading on 30 points, Rotherham on 30, Bolton on 26 and Ipswich on 21. I'm afraid Ipswich are gone. They're like 13 points from Millwall, who are in 20th place. Ipswich are not catching that, with 2 free draws and 3 losses in their last 6 games. Not looking good for them at all. And Sheffield United at the other end of the table are unbeaten in their last 6 from what I can see. So very good for them. So have a quick look, he's at the Premier League table. 1 to 20. Bear with me, guys. So Liverpool in first, City second, Tottenham third, Arsenal 4th, United 5th, Chelsea 6th. I mean, Chelsea could still catch United, they have a go in hand on United. Watford 7th, Wolves 8th, West Ham 9th, Bournemouth 10th, Everton 11th, Leicester 12th, Palace 13th, Burnley 14th, Newcastle 15th, Brighton 16th, Cardiff points away from Cardiff. Hang on, guys. Sorry about that. So I have a dog and 3 little puppies in there. The dog's obviously mum, and I left her in the front room. I could hear her wandering around. She'd open the living room door, then tried to open the kitchen door to come in here to get to her puppies, because every once in a while she likes a break from them. So she's had a break. She's like, "Oh, I've got to see the babies now." She's a clever little bugger she is, I tell you. But yeah, I think Fulham are gone now. They are 8 points off Cardiff. I think basically Huddersfield and Fulham gone. I think it's between Southampton, Cardiff, Brighton, and potentially Newcastle still. They're on 28 points, but I definitely think Southampton, Cardiff and Brighton are fighting it out over the next 11-12 games to avoid the last relegation spot. Good, because I do like to see a good relegation fight. So to see that Fulham and Huddersfield are probably already gone, it's a bit disappointing. But could Fulham pull off the ultimate? If they are going to do it, they need to get rid of Ranieri now, in my opinion. I like the bloke, but he's not going to keep him up. And get Big Sam in there. You get Big Sam in, 12 games to go. Could he do 7 points? Well, he'd have to get more than that, 7 games. So 12 games to go. Is he? Or is it 11? Let's work this out. There's 11 games to go, my bad. That's a possible 33 points. If he came in and got them, maybe 16 points, maybe 18, I don't know. Roughly, I don't really know what you need to stay up now. I'd say they need to get to about 35 points. Right, Southampton on 24. So yeah, you definitely say, I think they need about 20 points for them to stay up. And they've got a possible 33 to play for. So Big Sam could possibly come in and do that, but no, it's shocking because the amount of money they've spent, you'd think they'd really want to put give themselves the best chance of staying up, but obviously not. Right guys, let's quickly open some match attacks. We have 2 packets here. I haven't done too many of these lately. Oh, we have a Wolves player at the back. Who is it? Leo Bonatini, a player who's not actually with Wolves at the minute. He's out on loan somewhere. Not too sure where though. Wolves have moved on from Bonatini, thankfully. We have Sol Bamba, who is playing a big part in Cardiff staying up this season. If they do stay up, he'll be a big part. That'll be down to Sol Bamba. We have Nathaniel Chalobah, ex-Chelsea, now at Watford. Midfielder. We have Richarlison, who I thought was very overrated for the price Everton paid, but I think they paid like 30 million. I thought they were paying 50 million for him. It's done alright, to be fair. Pedro at Chelsea. United wanted him before he went to Chelsea. He was going to join us, and then said, "Nah, I want to go to Chelsea instead." Kind of glad that he didn't join us, really. Dejan Lovren. Liverpool will be hoping to get him back in the next few days or next couple of weeks. They need him back for the rest of the season. In my opinion, he's a better defender than what's his name? Matip. And oh, look at that Liverpool badge. I went to Anfield years and years and years ago on a with school. That's not true. So when I was in primary school, which was like early for school. If you're not from England, you go there. They go on to high school or senior school, as you might call it, whatever. I don't know. And we went on a trip. I went in the summer holidays, sorry, the 6-week holidays. I used to go and do a football camp. So it was actually held down at my future high school. And you do training, football training for like 5 days. And on the 6th day, and on the 6th day, oh my god, the puppy's now crying. You'd go to a football ground. We went to Old Trafford one year, or a couple of years went to Old Trafford, and the next year went to Anfield. Had a tour of the ground, the stadium, So 7-bit pop recordings now. Surely, anyway, started off very well for Fulham, not gone too well lately. Southampton, Stephen Davies on loan and signed for Rangers or gone on loan, I'm not too sure. West Ham, Javier Hernandez. Chikorito, great for United, not so great for West Ham. Aaron Lennon at Burnley, ex-Leeds United play. And where else was Aaron Lennon at for a while? Tottenham, obviously. And Everton. Liverpool's Naby Keita. Very, very overrated in my opinion for 50 million quid. Nowhere near worth 50 million quid. No chance. Mr. Signo himself, Jack Wilshere. What a waste for West Ham. What a waste of wages. The guy is injured all the time. And Ricardo Pereira, Leicester City right back. Been a half decent signing by Claude Puel. Unfortunately for Pereira, his manager's now gone. But I don't see him lose his place in the team anytime soon because he's actually a half decent player. And that's our video done, guys. I can't record anymore. There's too much racket going on in this house. Hope you enjoyed.